Alrighty, this is it. I just made it to FSC LA, and I think the truck's been pulling up any minute now to drop off or to deliver the Mustang Gt4, the oldest Mustang ever made. And I am so excited to finally see this thing in person. Come on, you never see a Mustang Gt4 anywhere. And this is not a normal car you can just go to your Ford dealership and buy. This is completely one-off, custom made. It's not even street legal. Alrighty, Jonathan is pulling it around right now. Let's follow him in. There you have it, the Ford Mustang Gt4. Jonathan, dude, you can't even hear it probably. What's it like driving this thing, man?
It's really hot inside.
It's hot in there?
Yeah, it's really hot.
I can see why. You've got no ventilation at all. Whoa. Look at these carbon fiber doors. I mean, the weave looks really, really good on it. So this is this new or used that you bought?
This is a used one.
It's a used Gt4?
Yep.
Wow. I mean,
this car was racing IMSA Gt4 class.
So it actually raced?
Yeah, it's actually
100%. So this car saw time in the Continental Tire Challenge Series. Seeing that rear wing, I had a 500 track pack and it had a similar style of rear wing, but that is next level in comparison. You've got to, mind if you pop the hood or something? We've got to check this thing out. I love those push pins right there and all the vents on top. Wow. Look at that thing. So how much horsepower? I think it's, was it hot?
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Be careful, man. Do you need like a towel or anything to pick it up with? I think. Do I have anything? I got nothing. No, I can't help you.
No, it's fine.
You sure? Okay.
Hot. It's super hot.
Wow, man. So this has regulated horsepower, right? 'Cause it's homologated for the season.
It's 450.
450
this
horsepower.
This car modified by a GT350. So
yeah,
this car only have 450 horsepower because the GT4 class asked for that. So this car lower horsepower than GT350.
In general, if you don't know this, when it comes to racing in competitive classes, they have to regulate each car, make it balanced and fair. So this car has 450 horsepower, and the engine and stuff, like you're saying, is very similar to the GT350 because it's a 5.2 liter. But since the power is pushed down to 450, less than the 5.2 in the Shelby 350, there's no need for the flat plane crank anymore. So they have the cross plane crank in here. So in general, it's not as high revving as a 350 is, but I think you can unregulate this, right, to get more horsepower out of it. Yeah, you'd be able to do it somehow.
If we remove the restrictor, so can get a higher
Really?
horsepower.
Gosh, I can't imagine this thing on track. It sounds really good. You pulling in, and is this hood carbon fiber as well?
Carbon fiber.
Wow. So in general, so the hood's carbon fiber, the door's carbon. I think I've read online the roof is carbon fiber as well.
And
So
the glass is not a glass.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that thing. You can actually see the bolts right there on each side. This thing, I mean, this is a pure race car. This is the fastest Mustang you can buy.
Of course, it's fastest Mustang.
100%. This is a $250,000 Mustang race car.
Brand new car is $250,000.
Yeah.
Let's open the trunk.
yeah.
Trunk.
Wow. So what are these two in the middle, these two holes?
This for refuel. This
Really?
for refuel. This you will see. The tank in the back.
Got pins right there, you push down, opens up. Wow, so it says right there, fill, vent. Oh my
this
gosh.
for refuel. And the tank over here.
Got a racing fuel tank. Yep, exposed carbon fiber trunk. In general, if you look this up, this car weighs 3,400 pounds. So it's about 250 pounds lighter than your discontinued 350s. But so this is the lightest Mustang ever too at the same time.
And also this car comes with the airlift system.
Airlift right there.
Yep.
Wow.
That one is the radio. So and come with the 6 gears, sequential gearbox.
It's a Hollinger RD6, yes, sequential gearbox. What is it like with the process of buying a car like this being a full-on race car? Obviously, you don't have like a window sticker or anything like that, right?
Yes, nothing there. So just give money. And
You just give money and you get it, and then you
cars.
just see, okay, it's white, it's got these options. Is there like a owner's manual or anything like that?
Yes, we got
There
the
is?
service
There actually
manual.
is? No way! You have to send that to me. I'd love to check it out. Mind if I open up the door again?
Yeah, of course.
Whoa, you know what? That moved quickly. It feels super light. You can tell it's carbon fiber, right? But
Yes, it's-
the whole thing, you can just slide like that. Oh my gosh. I love the straps right here, so when you get inside, you're all set.
Do you want to sit in the car and try to start the car?
You kidding me?
Yeah.
100%. You can hold the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, first time getting inside the Mustang GT4. This car was basically, it's the ultimate Mustang ever. My Track Pack 500 was based off this car, but not as quick as it, obviously. But getting inside of it, though, this car saw racing time, so this is exciting. How should I do this? It's like pure gymnastics, right, Jonathan?
Yep.
Just kind of 1 foot up, slide this way. I thought my Senna seats were hard to get in. Go 2 feet in first, right? Yeah, 2 feet. This is embarrassing, isn't it?
Just jumping in the car is easier actually.
There we go. Got it. Now to slide down in this way. I did it. I'm inside. Whoa, these seats, they hug you in so well. It echoes in here. Oh my gosh, it does feel warm too. So full suede steering wheel, Ford Performance. You got your radio, flash mode pages, and then right there, full Motec display. It's actually smaller than I thought it would be, I wonder what it feels like seeing that on track.
Yeah, but the dashboard is enough.
It is. No, it looks really cool. And over here, you've got all of your special switches, like the start button, the fuel, ignition, master switch, spare, the pump out. That's really funny, seeing that rear view mirror. Look how big that is. That's huge. Roll cage everywhere, full FIA built-in welded roll cage with this car, so you're perfectly safe. And again, it weighs 3,400 pounds, but has a full built-in roll cage. Dude, look at that. There's a GoPro mount already put inside. Who did that?
Yes.
They know they know what they're doing. Wow, this whole entire beam right here in the middle, carbon fiber. What's all these components lying around? Is this like, can I reach the door? I can't reach it.
Okay, so this is radio.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the radio. And the ECUs here. So this is the air compressor for the gearbox. Data systems here. You can read the data from here. Also from here some connectors. I have to check the source manual for more information.
Okay, I gotcha. In general though, well, what is that?
Which
Ford's, I can't even move it, my hands.
No, this one is the center net.
Got the center net, but behind it, it says Ford Performance serial number. So there is a serial number.
Yes.
This is the net that you actually put on when you're racing. It just snaps in, right? You can reach it. You can't even reach it either. It's okay, John. Don't worry. You got it.
Next time.
I'm not gonna make you just go crazy like that. But well, I gotta try to see if I can read that. So Ford serial number FPGT4. This is GT4 number 8?
Yes. The chassis number is number 8.
And this actually saw racing time. That is so cool. It's so funny because sitting in here, I've never been in a seat that holds you so vertically straight on the back. I'm like, my back's trying to get used to it right now, but I'm like sitting like this vertically down, and then the seat back just goes straight up, guys. This is really funny. But is there a way I can start it? Do you think Alan would mind?
First one, you have to open the master switch.
So foot on the brake.
No, the master switch.
So turn that on?
Yep. The second one is turn on the ignition. Then check the gear is in the neutral.
It's in neutral.
And then press start.
So clutch in, right?
And you don't need clutch in. It's already in the neutral, and this is the
so no
sequential
clutch
gearbox.
in. That's right, sequential. So even though you got 3 pedals right there, right now
Yeah.
we can just still
You
play.
need the clutch to start the car.
Okay, so start it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. First start on a Mustang GT4. This is like a dream coming true right here. Ready for this?
Yep.
Start. Woo! This is crazy. Hopefully you can hear me right now. I'm not sure if you can, but this is really cool. The Motec right here goes to 8,000 RPM still. Let's try this. Ready? So pretend like I'm all locked in, and I'm reaching. I still can't reach it. I got it. Woo! This car is crazy. It's already getting hot in here. Jonathan was right, but luckily it's echoing, so maybe you can hear me. I'm not sure, but no carpet in the back, nothing. It's just straight up. This is a race car. Reminds me a lot of my old GT350R because I had no carpet in the back. And wow! Predicted engine oil pressure, diff oil temp, and also the fuel used. We've used 0.5 of a gallon, I believe. And you have the gear shifters right there on the side. So full-on paddle shifter. It says Hollinger European. That's so cool. Okay, so right now they are getting it up on the lift to check it out. It is really, really cool because it still has the GT350 style front fenders that have those vents. Now, Ford actually did away with that with the GT500, as you can see right here. These are no longer a thing on production Mustangs. And then looking to the left though, full Continental tire slicks. I can't imagine the grip this car has. Forged line GSR1 wheels that are one-piece forged aluminum and 15-inch brakes up front with racing compound pads behind. The whole thing is, I think, Brembo. Are these push pins pretty hard to use? Or you just kind of like, you push one side in right here?
Yeah.
Okay, and this lifts up?
Yeah.
And then it's done?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, that's so cool. Is it still hot?
Still hot.
Yes. You know what's funny though? This hood weighs so much lighter than the hood of my 500 was. Look at these camera plates compared to the ones that we had on our old Shelby. I mean, this is just full-on race spec. I couldn't imagine them on an actual production car though. I know a lot of Shelby guys that are friends of mine are trying to source stuff like that for their GT350s and 500s. Suspension-wise, this car actually uses Multimatic's signature spool valve suspension. It's the same kind of suspension you find on a ZL1 1LE or even the new Ford GT. So this, I mean, the adjustability and also the damping rate with this suspension is one of the best out there. You can't just go buy a Mustang GT4 straight from your normal Ford dealership, right? So if you're wondering, well, how do you get this car right behind me? Well, you got to actually reach out to Multimatic themselves because it is a direct actual allocation that you get to buy from them. In summary, you reach out to Multimatic, you tell them that you're interested, you want to get one of these cars. I think new, they're about $225,000 to $250,000, and then from there you get to spec it out, and then if they can get you one, they do, and then after some time, you take delivery.
Old tire. Pretty old.
Look at that. That's so funny. These come down. You can see the impact points right here. So one there, I think another point over there, and then there. You know what, Jonathan? Since it's back off the lift, do you have like a magnet anywhere or something like that? Because I was thinking, I was trying to figure out what panels are steel or carbon fiber, but I remember now you could try to use that as a trick to find out. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it, guys? Is that it right there? I think you should be able to tell, right? So let's try it on. So that's like aluminum probably or carbon. Yeah. Same goes.
Nothing, it's carbon.
Okay, I got you. Let's keep going. How about the door? That's carbon, right? So that's good.
Yeah, it's carbon.
Oh! So that must be full-on steel right there. So this is the same as every other normal Mustang out there. To help with more of a rear weight bias, right? For those, you know, big wheels in the back to put down the rear wheel drive. So is the roof?
No.
Nope, carbon fiber. How about the trunk? Carbon, and then the rear bumper?
Bumper will cost not a
Really? That is a really funny thing to do. Oh my gosh. So compared to a normal Mustang, everything else on this car is completely just lightweight focused with carbon fiber hoods or roofs or aluminum components. But you still have the steel big haunches on the side that are pillars all the way over the side windows. In general, I think this car just starts off as a body in white, and then from there, Multimatic, they get it, and they put on their entire race treatment. They take off components. They put in that special Roush Yates engine. It's a 5.2 again. So from there, they just get the car, and they full on make it into a race car. And speaking of that, though, so what's in the game plan for the GT4, it being delivered here at FSC?
Yeah, so for this car, we will. So first thing, we have to check everything is working good, like the engine, transmission, and the brake systems. Everything's good, and every oil we want flush, engine oil, transmission oil, and the brake fluid. Everything's make sure the cars, everything's good, and we will wrap this car in this week.
Are you gonna wrap it?
Yeah, we will wrap it and get the new tire because this tire is really old.
Yeah, I saw when you lifted it up. It was really delaminated.
And our first shakedown should be in this Thursday.
So you guys are gonna do a shakedown, right?
Yeah, maybe
I'd love to join you guys if you wouldn't mind. That'll be so cool. So you guys are just getting it ready and prep for the race check. That is so awesome. Again, seeing this car on track would be really cool. But speaking of that though, of the wrap, you guys have like a game plan of what kind of wrap you're gonna put on it?
It's really hard to say because
it's hard to say so far.
We have to design that.
Oh, you gotta design it?
Yeah.
It'll be cool if you guys can kind of go off the original GT4 livery, right?
Yeah,
of like the racing.
GT4's livery is pretty cool, and maybe just do some modifications, just like add some sponsor logo and some things. Yes.
Having the car outside, you can really see how good it looks in the sunlight. And then with the hood back up, I noticed this just now. It says carbon fiber composites. So the same front assembly as the GT350 and the GT500 track pack that I had. And also it has a GT350, an R front badge. Now if you're wondering what each and every single one of these switches actually does, Jonathan got us a complete printout, part of the Mustang GT4 owner's manual, which is, again, it's really shocking because I didn't expect there to be an actual owner's manual for a Ford Mustang GT4, a car that's not even street legal, right? They're not mass producing this, making hundreds of them, are they? So it shows you, even though they're making very few of them, they're still going all out with what Ford does with all the instructions for the owners. And actually down below, you can kind of see the silhouette of the front end of the GT4, right? The lower part of the front grille. Going over all these buttons right here on the steering wheel, right away you have your paddle shifters on either side, and wow, the feeling with them, I think they're magnetic. They feel really good. You can just hear that. Watch, ready? Listen to this. Boom, 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 boom. That is just really cool. Anyways, though, starting up top to the left, you have a good amount of buttons on the steering wheel, but this is your radio. And then to the right, that is your reverse. You can see the R. That is neutral for the in. And right here to the far right is your flasher. So let's say you want to flash your lights, just hit this, and then in front of you, your lights will flash. Going down here to the left, you have your alarm, your fuel reset, and then your pit speed limiter. So when you're going into the pit lane during a race, this will limit your speed so that you don't get any infractions during the race. Right here to the right, we have our engine map selector. Let's put it back to map 1. And that is really cool though, how you can select that on. They go, imagine it's in your Mustang like a GT or GT500. You can just switch tunes just with a matter of spinning a dial, like a Ferrari almost. This is your mode selector, and then right here is your page selector for the dash. You can go through all the pages of the Motec with this far right button right here. And actually, I do want to go over the Motec right now, so let's turn on the master switch and then the ignition. So there you have it. The Motec is enabled. It's in neutral right now. You can see it goes up to almost past 8,000 RPM. Shows you predicted lap time. Also your ground speed, and then your gear, your diff oil temp, the fuel use. So you can reset that with this fuel button right there. And then lastly, the bottom right corner is your gearbox temp. So if you hit this button, I think it'll change the gauges on the bottom left and bottom right. So now it says engine oil temp, also your fuel used per lap. That's an interesting one. And then your TC switch, keep going, and then it goes back to the first page. Really cool, but it seems like you can't actually change the layout of the gauges in front of you with the rev counter. But nonetheless, that's all you need to see on track. And then this is like the viewpoint. This is how it's gonna look when you're driving. You'll see that the lights flash at you when to shift. You've got your paddle shifter like that, and then you're on to the next gear. Anyways, turning back off. This is where it gets really interesting. As you can see, there's so much going on here. And if you're like me and you track a street legal car, we don't have to deal with ignition switches and master switches, nothing like that. This is very complex. So I'm gonna go over each and every one of these features and switches right now, so you can kind of get an idea of what it would be like if you took delivery of this car right now and then you took it onto the racetrack by yourself without like an actual pit crew with you, basically getting a better idea of how the whole car functions. So coming to the far left, you have your headlights on off, also your heated windscreen. Down below that, you have your rain lights, and the very bottom right here, this toggle switch is for your wipers, so when it starts raining. As we were talking about, right here is your start button for the engine. This is your fuel pump, that's your ignition, that's your master power. These are just two spares right there, and then right here, this is your fuel pump out. Lastly, yes you do have turn signals. If you want to turn right, you go right. You want to turn left, go left. That's really cool. This is where it gets really interesting. Now right here it says cool suit. And if you're wondering what that means, well, this actually helps ventilate your suit to make it more cool, right? So cool suit right there, that's your toggle switch to adjust that, turn on and off. And then to the right, you have your cockpit blower. To the far right, you have your mirror adjuster. Anyways, below that, you have your ABS warning indicator. And to the middle, you have your ABS map switch. So that is a very interesting. You can spin this and adjust it to any setting, to a specific setting that you are looking for. Then to the right of it, you have your ABS on or off. Below that is your ABS brakers. Lastly, to the right, you actually have your traction control switch and then your fire suppression. This is gonna be your brake bias. So F is for front, R is for rear. So you can adjust that as well. That is super cool. I know that was a lot, but now you know what all the switches do inside of the non-street legal, race only Mustang Gt4. What's funny is that these pedals down here are completely mounted to the bottom of the car. On the street cars, they come from the top, right? They hang down from the top to the middle, right? So this is completely built to the floor of this unibody chassis from Ford. Again, the reason why it has a clutch pedal is because this is a sequential manual gearbox. Hey Jonathan, how does this third pedal work with this gearbox?
Actually, the clutch only for your start mode car.
Really?
Yeah, when the car is moving, so you don't need the clutch anymore.
So this is for the cool shirt, and then right here is for the radio. What does this do, Jonathan? Safecraft push net release. Oh, that's cool. Oh gosh.
For the window net.
Every GT500 track pack should have came with this, man. Carbon fiber rear trunk, the weight savings you get from that is just so cool. Is the new owner gonna track it a lot, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, though, major congratulations to Alan Abraham. He is the owner of this Mustang Gt4 that just got delivered here to FSE LA. He runs a business called Craftscape Creations. Make sure to check it out. Also, hit up his Instagram at AMA Motorhead. Give him a follow because I believe he's gonna be documenting and sharing with everybody this new sick ride right here. And I can't wait to see this thing on the racetrack. I mean, it looks really cool. And also, major shout out to Jonathan right here. Really appreciate it, man. You letting me come by and film the delivery process for this vehicle. It's really cool seeing it. I know you guys are gonna be taking great care of it because this is what you do, man. This
Yes,
is
that's what we
do.
should do.
So,
And we will run this car, take care of this car, see you on the track.